How I use ultrasound in my clinic, progress with purpose. I didn't actually realise I was progressing. I don't have any sponsors. I just like this because I can see more and it makes a difference to my life. Set up equipment and workflow. This is my clinic. We have an operating table to lay patients down, sink, sharps. That's where most of the people get their ultrasound when I'm examining them on a seat. They can watch, I can watch, storage, and of course, a wonderful view. It helps. This is my machine. Need to be set up and organised. We have gels, sterile, non-sterile, antiseptic wipes, needles, syringes. The actual needle on the top left-hand side is a perjunct needle. It was created by an Australian anaesthetist. So when you put it in, it gives you a scatter, so it's very easy to see. And of course, you've got to be careful what you're injecting into people. And dressings. It's all about the probe. The greater the frequency, the greater the resolution. The greater the resolution, the less the depth. It's a playoff. And these are the two probes that I use. And it's a bit like a photographer. You need to learn how to play with this machine. If you've got all the gear and no idea, you're not going to get what you want. The importance of ultrasound. This is the way we break it down. It's a diagnostic tool. The greater your information base, the more accurate your information base, the more accurate your diagnosis, and hopefully, if you get it worked out, the better the outcome. The thing that's crept into my life is it's now part of my physical examination. When you look at something, how often you get in the clinic, you look at something, and you don't quite know what it is. Sit them down and put an ultrasound on it, a different view. It gives you a way of evaluating the outcome of your treatments. And it's fabulous for blocks and injections and new discoveries. So there's a glomus tumour. It's an unusual one. It's come out from the nail bed, easy to see. Here it is coming out. I'm not going to teach you how to do ultrasound. That's a whole new journey. I'm just going to share with you some experiences. We can get glomus tumours easily, probably better than the MRI. If you're doing an Allen's test, you're guessing. But if you put an ultrasound on, you can see the radial artery, you can see the ulnar artery, you can see the flow, you can see you've got ulnar artery spasm, thrombosis, you can see what the blood supply is in the arm. This one's one. I'm going to share you discoveries. Look at this. As this patient flexes his finger, the FDS dislocates 180 degrees around the FDP tendon. I didn't think that was possible. Not till I saw it. Nerve blocks. Look at the pictures you get here. This is the median nerve. And I'm going to inject a local anaesthetic underneath it. And as you inject, it pops into view. And then you go above it, and you can see as long as the needle's parallel with your probe, and you can really go anywhere. Now look at the internal topographical anatomy of the nerve. I read a paper by Jabley 30 years ago, and I said, why the heck do nerves have fascicles like that? Why do they go backwards and forwards? Now I've got a reason, because with the ultrasound, you can see when the nerve fascicles lose their distinct features. You can see when the fascicles change their movement patterns. You can see the nerve flicking backwards and forwards. And now with ultrasound, it's becoming increasingly evident that it's useful for diagnosing compressive neuropathies and lesions around nerves, just by the shape of their diameter and the way the nerves work and the internal features. Now, an ulnar nerve block, you can see the needles parallel. I can see, look where the ulnar artery is. I've got the end of that needle right next to the ulnar artery. And I'm very confident. It's in my clinic. I'm not going to have an arrest. I'm not going to have a problem. And here it is above the nerve. And as you inject the local anaesthetic, it just pops out in front of you. And if you look at the internal topographical anatomy of the nerve. So, what have I learnt besides tendons that dislocate around each other that I didn't think was possible? We learned about loss of concentric integrity in tendons. This is an ECU tendon. And as it's flicking around the ulnar styloid, it's going this way and then it's snap. And then it's going this way and it's snapping. Why? Because the tendon fascicles have separated and now they're unstable. Loss of concentric integrity. And that's what it looks like, a noodle tendon. And we've got a great operation for that, and it's currently in submission for surgery with some corrections, so hopefully that'll get through. So the benefits of ultrasound, real-time learning. You can see anatomy in real time. Information for your diagnosis. The bigger the information base, the more accurate the information base, the better you're going to be. Providing you're interpreting it properly and you know what you're doing. Higher for patient turnover. You don't have to send people out to the radiologist and bring them back. It saves time. You know what to look for. Facts to consider before embarking on ultrasound. Cost and investment. The machine. What I'd say to you is buy the best machine and the best probes you can get and learn how to drive them. Because there are variables, otherwise you'll have all the gear, no idea, and a bad image. But the cost isn't just the machine and the depreciation and the maintenance, it's also the space it takes up. It takes up a room, and it's also the time you've got to spend learning how to use it properly. And it's really good. They call themselves sonologists now, not radiologists, sonologists. In my place, most sonologists aren't as good as me. That's not saying anything. But the radiologists that are specialised in this that I work with are extraordinary. Their knowledge of anatomy is incredible. And you learn together. They want to know what we know, we want to know what they know. So work with a radiologist. I get videos back from my radiologist and he shows me things all the time. It's become a surgeon's sixth sense. I ultrasound one in every 7 patients in my clinic. We did the analysis before I came to talk because it helps me. So this is a little diagram my research fellow put together. I don't quite like it, but the stars are the information that we're looking for an accurate diagnosis. The exclamation marks are the distraction, the noise, where you go the wrong way. So when we look at patients in our clinic, we're here. But when we use the ultrasound, we can zoom right down. Thank you.